In the desert area of Rajasthan, a landmark has arisen over the last 3 decades, a man-made oasis, an autonomous university with an enviable worldwide reputation, an improbable achievement.
The difference about Pilani that I feel is that it's tucked away somewhere and we're not close to a city. Therefore, anytime we want any entertainment, we have to generate it ourselves. And therefore, out of necessity, the students have started clubs and activities of their own in music, dance, art, gliding, swimming, sports.
Such atmosphere build-up is very, very helpful in the sense. Act as an impetus, added impetus.
I had always wanted to come to BITS, and the BITS basketball grounds and the gym grounds were all the temptation that I needed. Actually, I was right partly in that I got all the opportunity, but time I didn't. Because there's so many things that you can do in BITS.
पायलिया झनकार मोरे पायलिया झनकार मोरे झनन झनन बाजे झनकारी पायलिया झनकार मोरे पायलिया झनकार मोरे झनन झनन बाजे झनकारी पायलिया झनकार.
On the cultural scenario, there is an abundance of talents in BITS, a high level of involvement expected from students, and I personally find it very difficult to live up to the standards expected. Standards expected are very high. For example, for a show, there could be a lot of booing, hooting, and even paper planes.
Plays and bits are a very different phenomenon from what I expected them to be in at school. Theatre as a concept is emphasized on to a great extent. That is why we start off all our rehearsals by playing theatre games.
Well, this is not really an institute of art. It is the Birla Institute of Technology and Science, Pilani, BITS for short. Revolutionary concepts of technical education, born as a syncretic product of Eastern and Western values, rooted in the native genius of India. BITS Pilani strikes a new path of its own as a torchbearer for India's educational system. Constantly reviewed by the faculty, the unique program and policies of BITS are concurrently concrete as well as flexible.
Eventually, all places may become like this.
Shri G.D. Birla was born in this house in Pilani village in 1894. As a pioneer and leader of Indian industry, Shri Birla founded the Birla Institute of Technology and Science in 1964 in the tiny village of his birth, Pilani. At the inauguration of the institute, Shri Birla said,
"My ambition is that Pilani should create the leadership, future leadership of this country, and that can only be done if we succeed in establishing a first-class top institution. What do we propose to do here? We want to teach real science, whether it is engineering, chemistry, humanity, physics, or this or that. But we want to develop a scientific mind in Pilani, which means that there is no dogma. There will be search after truth."
That was the task given to us by Sri G.D. Birla, our founder chairman. The task was not just to create a new university. It is transforming the existing institution into a modern, pace-setting university in purposeful educational reforms. These reforms included examination reforms, creation of university-industry linkages, introduction of modular courses, courses which meet the modern technological requirements.
At the very first Senate of the Birla Institute of Science and Technology, Pilani, a historic and momentous decision was taken, and that is, immediately and instantaneously almost, we switched over from the external system of examination to a semester pattern and a total internal evaluation. Throughout this institute, we have always looked upon new ideas and be ready to adopt them. Maybe they were our own, and maybe they were picked up across anywhere from the world, but we have kept our doors open to the new ideas. Whenever an idea has been picked up, it has been fully processed by total involvement of teachers and students. Some of the large schemes, large changes when they were implemented, as much as a 6 months discussion took place across the institute involving students and teachers, and the final details were built in, and then only it was put into operation. So even if an idea came from anywhere else, we made sure that it was to be adopted and was adaptable in the local soil and would take the roots.
Admissions are made strictly on merit. In the first degree of the institute, the input qualification is a 10+2 with physics, chemistry, mathematics.
All the students' marks are normalized with reference to the first student in the respective board, and a linear order is created, and the entire admission is conducted purely based on the merit.
Basically, I wanted to do a management course immediately after my 12th, and BITS is the only institution in India that offers a management course solely on merit immediately after the 12th. And I was sort of enamored by the aura that BITS generated. After I came here, I found that BITS had lived up to my expectations, in fact, furthered my expectations.
We have integrated courses and modular courses, which means every student, in order to be eligible to complete his degree, he has to complete a certain number of courses, and that number varies for about 40 to 50 courses in the first degree level and some 8 or 10 courses in the higher degree level.
There are a large number of flexibilities in the institute. One of the flexibilities being the student can choose his own courses. At the beginning of the semester, the institute does not give him a prescribed timetable, but the student has to choose what courses he has to take and at what time he has to do it. For this purpose, he has to go through a process known as a registration process.
Each of the nearly 2,400 students on the campus takes 6 to 7 courses in a semester. Organizational excellence ensures that this complex process of registering about 18,000 student course pairs is completed in just about 5 to 6 hours.
I'm a student mentor at the ARC division, helping out those freshers and students with their registration as such with regards to the timetable.
Our timetable is unique in the sense that it's a course-wise timetable, not a class-wise timetable, and it gives a lot of flexibilities to the students.
Every BITS in the first 2 years does a common set of courses, after which we go on to our disciplinary courses. Now in the first set, we cover a very wide range of topics, such that even though I'm a management student, I still can relate to all the possible electrical fields, all the possible chemical fields, and I don't feel as though I'm lost. The evaluation components for our courses include tests and quizzes. And because I'm doing management, I have case discussions, seminars, and assignments. This requires a little bit of extra reading also. Thankfully, our libraries are very well equipped with good journals, books, and magazines, and they really help us a lot.
The courses are classified in categories of mathematics, science, engineering science, technical arts, applied and analysis oriented courses. Beyond these, the student takes various specialized courses of his own discipline to whichever degree he is moving. And he has another component which is one of the unique part of this program, namely the electives. The electives are given to him in terms of certain objectives that he can use it for, namely to go and strengthen himself in his own discipline, or to migrate to cross-discipline courses, or to identify himself with a certain professional ambition and move towards such courses which will cater to that particular need. Beyond these things, the electives have various categories of courses that are concocted in the unique educational structure, like emerging area courses, which are new courses that are in the field in the academic sense, and they are experimentally started. The emerging area courses are in the frontier areas of certain specializations, something like robotics or artificial intelligence, or sometimes genetic engineering.
One very important thing out here is something called as a dual degree scheme. Here students are allowed to take 2 degrees. They could be a science with an engineering, or an engineering with an engineering degree. This scheme itself reflects the interdisciplinary nature of this academic flexibilities.
I took chemistry because I was initially interested in a career in chemistry. And after I came here, I came to know that I could take a second degree, which was either any of the engineering branches or management. So I took management as a dual because it's going to help me in my career. And I can also use this dual degree program and its flexibility because I can do courses which are not related to either of these two. Like I've done courses in comparative religion just because I'm interested in it.
We have developed a mutual trust between student and teachers. It does not mean that there is no prescribed syllabus. The syllabus is prescribed, but the teacher at the beginning of the semester will give a handout in which the teacher gives a complete plan by which he is going to conduct the entire program. He also gives an evaluation pattern, and the student is given an opportunity at the end to discuss with the teacher whenever the student has a disagreement in the way in which the teacher has evaluated the program.
Research is an important contribution at all the 3-tier levels of education at BITS. At the first degree level, we have a full semester thesis project which the students are supposed to do. And at the higher degree level, there are research project courses which the students do. And then we have the At the higher degree level, there are